All right. Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to our coverage of Michigan high school basketball, live on YouTube, presented by the GI Tech School Broadcasting Program. Tonight, a storm has rolled into town in the form of the Lapeer Lightning. Lapeer stunned the Oilers last year in their first game back from Christmas break, but they're off to a little bit of a shaky start, and they're looking for a chance to have Lightning strike twice again here tonight. On the other hand, the Oilers are looking to remain undefeated in the Saginaw Valley League and continue to defend home court. So this certainly is going to be a very entertaining game tonight. And with that, we say welcome to Mount Pleasant High School. I'm Brenton Scobie, joined by Tyler Metner and Brock Binder. And boys, the Oilers lost to Lapeer on the road 57-56 last season. What do they need to do tonight to avoid another upset loss to Lapeer?
I think they got to look at last year. They turned the ball over a lot, and they ended up costing them the game. So they worked at practice this weekend, passing the ball in late situations, so they just got to work on that.
Another big thing, obviously, is defensive rebounds. They want to get the ball back as much as they can. That's how they're going to be able to put points up on the board early.
I think they also just need to be smart and take the good shot on offense, if you guys know what that means. Like, be patient, wait for something that's a good look, and then execute, make that shot or make your layup. All right, we're going to have a quick break. We'll be back after the national anthem and the rest of pregame ceremonies for the tip between Mount Pleasant and Lapeer.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
On the carry, number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
I am confident.
I am passionate.
I am strong.
I
am
an athlete.
Girls play today because of those who came first. The leaders, coaches, officials, trailblazers, made possible by the passing of Title IX more than 50 years ago.
No person shall be excluded
from participating
on the basis of sex.
And girls have done so much more than participate. From the first MHSAA champions to the latest and newest. Title IX confirmed what we already knew. Girls can play. And they benefit greatly from being involved in high school sports.
I am competitive.
I am determined.
I am fearless.
Continue to play, to coach, to officiate. Continue giving back, because 50 years is just the beginning. You were once inspired by those who came first. Now, be the inspiration for those who come next.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are...
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. Anthem just finished up. Tell you what, this is the first time all year we've had a band in the house, but that has definitely brought a ton more energy to the pregame. So watch for a really rowdy Oiler crowd tonight and a lot of energy coming. Hayden Joseph and Logan Brodychuk getting ready to go up for the tip for the Oilers and the Lapeer Lightning. And Brodychuk wins it, and it comes down to Scooter Polk. Green will set up the offense for the first time tonight for the Oilers. Brodychuk will give it to Barbie. Oilers swinging it around the top, looking for a way inside. Brodychuk down low. And he can't get the basket to fall, but he'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Brodychuk is shooting at 50% from the line this season.
I know we talked about it in the pregame. That was a nice job there from the Oilers, being patient on offense and getting a good shot. So here's the first one from Brodychuk. And that one rattles around and in. I had every single part of the basket, but it went down. And so that's the first points of the night for the Oilers. Brodychuk's second one is short, and the rebound comes down to Owen Boyle. Up ahead on the break. The swing. Now driving is Will Fisher. He'll give it back to Owen Boyle. He'll get the screen from Joseph. Oilers swarming on defense so far, and that layup is short from Will Fisher. Now here come the Oilers. Brodychuk driving, kicking, corner. Extra pass, Green for three. He got it! 4-0 Mount Pleasant. Nice job there moving it around. Looks like a little bit of confusion with the score. Looks like it's 3-0. So that is a 2 there for Monty Green.
Monty Green's a pretty solid shooter in my opinion. He's shooting 46.5 from the field.
Boyle for three. Can't get that one to go. And the rebound, it was last touched by Will Fisher. And now here come the Oilers once again on offense.
You know, one of the key guys for this Mount Pleasant offense definitely is going to be number 22, Drew Barbie, sitting at 15.9 points per game and shooting 37% from the field. Definitely one of the guys you want to watch out for here tonight.
Dishes it to Monty Green. Now down low, the big man Brodychuk fighting in the post. He rattles that one home over top of Joseph. He's got 3 of the first 5 now for Mount Pleasant, and the Oilers out to a 5-0 run to start this one.
One of the things Coach Shell talked about earlier this week, he said he wants to utilize the mismatches he can get, especially with putting Brodychuk more in a post. That's going to let him get a lot more closer shots.
And no foul called there on the play. It's going to be a travel.
Tyler, you talked about mismatches. It looks like the Oilers are bigger and stronger and taller than the Lightning here tonight, so they should have played mismatches down low with Brodychuk.
Yes, definitely. That is one of their strengths they're going to be able to use here tonight.
Pretty good matchup so far, though, with Joseph and Brodychuk. Brodychuk spinning. That one goes. He's got 5 of the first 7 now for the Oilers. It's a 7-0 lead.
Traverse City West, he started off with the first 6 points. He's starting off hot again tonight.
Another thing that I thought we should probably mention from that game, in case you missed it, Oilers saw the Titans of Traverse City West sagging back into a zone late in the game, and they hit Brodychuk with a beautiful alley-oop dunk. So maybe we'll see some more of that tonight. Now Green driving, lost it. Polk recovers, now out to Aiden Klein for 3. It's 10-2 Mount Pleasant. Oilers off to a hot start on offense.
Aiden Klein's been kind of quiet this year, only sitting at 2.5 points per game, but he's definitely picking it up here today.
Smith trying to work against Barbie. Picks up his dribble. Now get it to Joseph. Out top to Fisher, and Klein, when he tried to tap the ball away, got his hands in a little bit too far, and that'll be the first foul of the night for the Oilers. They get into Fisher, now a quick pass back to Wells, and that shot won't go. Barbie swatted that one away on the second attempt. Now Fisher's three. That one's off the mark as well. Aiden Klein with a nice board there for the Oilers.
Just like we talked about, the Oilers want to focus on getting those defensive boards. That's going to definitely...
Broychuk thought about the step back three and decided not. Now into the lane for Barbie. At the rim, he finishes. And a timeout from Lapeer. Nice hot start for the Oilers on offense. And they've definitely looked solid on both offense and defense to start us off.
As far as multi-sport participation goes, here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse of injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kinds of coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person and also is good for cross-training for life. Learn more at MHSAA website.
Thanks, Ty. So Oilers coming out of the huddle. Pretty balanced scoring so far. Broderchuk's got 5. Got a couple guys with 2. Those 2 guys being Amani Green and Drew Barbie. And Aiden Klein had that 3. And he also has the only foul so far for the Oilers.
This is the first time all year I feel like the Oilers really came out hot and then they've kept it going. Let's see if they can keep it rolling through all the way through the game.
Double team comes. Lapeer works its way out. Smith driving into the lane. Broychuk tapped away from behind. Nice play there from the big man. It'll stay Lapeer ball, though.
Now, Logan Brochuk's a pretty versatile athlete. No, very, very talented baseball player. Hits that 83 to 84 range on his fastball, and also was an all-conference quarterback as a junior. Very talented athlete.
Boyle working out top against Klein. That ball goes through the hands of Will Fisher. It'll be Mount Pleasant basketball. So Monty Green will bring it up once again for the Oilers. Almost halfway through this first quarter action, and Green on his entry pass took an extra step, and that'll be a travel, and it'll go back with Lapeer. Both lower levels having won tonight so far for the Oilers. Freshman team by 15. I believe, Brock, you play on the JV team. You guys won by almost 20. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And so varsity team looking to complete the sweep here tonight as Fisher's mid-range jump shot falls through. Nice shot there from Will Fisher, and he narrows the gap down to 8. That's it. Those are his first points of the night. Barbie out top to Klein. Now they swing it to Polk. In the corner for Amani Green. They skip it to Barbie. Barbie working his way in. And Barbie's reverse layup won't go. He gets his own miss. Goes up through a defender. And he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Barbie goes to the line here. He's also a 60% shooter on the year.
Now you see a whole wave of substitutions getting ready here for the Oilers. Looks like Nick Dice, Shea Klein, Easton Day, McCoy Hovey, and Carter Dole getting ready to come in for the Oilers.
This is something the Oilers did last game. You know, they went in subbing 5 in and 5 out pretty frequently, which gives good rest for some guys. But also, you know, you got to have some guys adapt to what the play style is.
So Barbie's got one more after making the first. Looking to get that gap back up to 10 points. Second free throw from Barbie up and good. He'll be replaced by Carter Dole, but the Oilers, I know we've said it a ton, they're looking great so far.
Let's see if these new 5 can come out here and continue the pressure, continue the pace, and keep blowing them out.
So they get into Fisher. Now he gets his way past the sophomore Nick Dice. Driving. Boyle now swinging out to Smith. Nicole Machini. His pass was stolen by Nick Dice. Dice the other way, the layup. finishes through contact. Nick Dice, the sophomore, gets his first 2 points of the night.
I was talking to Coach Shell.
So it looks like a foul there on the sideline will be called against Nick Dice after he scores his first points of the night. There's a scramble for the loose ball, and Nick Dice just came out on the wrong end of that one.
Like I was saying, I was talking to Coach Shell about Dice. He said one of the big reasons that they brought him up from the JV team is his good ability to play defense, but obviously he just showed there the ability to take the ball down the court and put it in.
Lapeer just tried to get the ball into the corner there to Will Fisher, who slipped on the sideline and fell out of bounds. So here comes Easton Day. That'll be Dice with the ball. Now he'll swing it to Carter Dole. Dole trying to get around the corner. Hovey out top. Dice for three. That one rattles off the rim and out. And now here come the Lightning. Boyle swings it. Matthew Smith trying to work against Carter Dole. Nothing there. They'll take it back out. Fisher. And nice hustle play there from McCoy Hovey. Tapped away from Matthew Smith. He'll stay on this end.
I will say about this group out here right now, they might not always be talented as the starters, but they have a lot more grit and they dive for a lot more balls, I feel like, in my opinion.
I'll say they definitely got a pretty high motor.
Boyle trying to work against Easton Day. He'll have to get it to Matthew Smith. Nice job there hedging the screen there from Shea Klein. The out top, Smith trying to work against Dole once again. Boyle driving. Easton Day fell down, step back three. That one's good. First three of the night for Lapeer. And now it's only a 9-point Mount Pleasant lead.
Looks like Shea Klein lost his foot in there.
Gets his shoe back on, and now it'll be Day to bring it up for the Oilers.
No, Easton Day, also a sophomore. Very good at shooting the ball, especially from the three-point range.
I'd say he's a good three-point shooter, but he's even a better passer and sending guys up.
And it looks like we're going to have a foul here against the Oilers. And it looks like that one's going to go against Easton Day. Third foul of the first half for the Oilers. They get it into Fisher. And now it's back to Owen Boyle.
Looks like the Oilers are running a press here, which is pretty early on in the game, but I'm not going to argue.
Well, they got the momentum. Might as well keep pressuring them and try to get this game out of the hands early.
Boyle out top. Three-pointer rattles around and out for Will Fisher. Day spinning in the lane. Kick out three. Carter Dole. Kaboom! Carter Dole connects from three. And he extends the Oiler lead back up to 12.
Carter Dole's a pretty solid shooter himself, shooting 51% from the field.
Smith there with the nice dish to Joseph for the 2-point bucket. And now it's back down to a 10-point game.
One thing I will say the Oilers are doing good right now, they normally just have the big three scoring. Everybody has scored a lot, and it's pretty equal right now.
And they're going to get, looks like Nick Dice with his second foul of the night. Oiler fans not happy with that call. Didn't really see what happened there, but nevertheless, it's going to be Lapeer basketball.
Judging Coach Shell's face, I don't think he agrees to that call either.
You know, I definitely don't agree with that call, but then again, I'm biased. So.
I think what they got Nick Dice for was a moving screen, but I think Coach Shell's argument to the officials is that it was just Nick Dice cutting through. Wells will give it to Fisher. Now Carlo Rossetti is checked into the game for the Oilers, the exchange student from Italy. Not much working so far on this possession for Lapeer. Wells tried to penetrate, now he's going to have to kick it back out. Fisher has shot blocked by Carlo Rossetti. Nice job there from the Italian to make sure he couldn't get that shot. And a nice finish down low. 2 more points for Lapeer Lightning.
I will say Rossetti's definitely a defensive strength for this Oilers staff.
4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Day working, Day spinning, Day shooting. He scores! Nice work there from Easton Day. He did everything there, spinning, and he hit the tough shot to give the Oilers a 10-point lead heading into the first break of the night. So we're going to have another quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. The Oilers getting ready to start the second quarter with a 10-point lead over the Lapeer Lightning, and a great hot start for the Oilers on offense, aided by a solid series of defensive stands, gets them this 10-point lead. Now they just need to maintain it throughout the next three quarters.
I will say that was a fantastic move from Easton Day to get that separation and hit the little fadeaway shot there.
Yeah, he had the Oilers students going crazy. He had worked through a couple crossovers and then into a spin move, and he hit the tough fadeaway.
That will be on his highlight reel at the end of the season.
I was pretty excited. I had to mute my mic.
And Easton Day is a sophomore. This is his first year on varsity, but as a sophomore, he's got 2 more years after this to play on varsity, so it'll be interesting to see how he will grow through those 2 years. He could turn into a real standout for this team.
I'm telling you, if I'm Coach Shell, I'm very excited about this young man and what he's got in the future.
Fisher for 3. No good, and Day's got the board. Day up ahead to Carter Dole, and that one's tapped away in transition. Nice hustle play there from Will Fisher to get back after missing the shot. It'll be Mount Pleasant ball down low. Day gets into Carter Dole. He missed the shot. Shea Klein gets a nice board, though, there for the Oilers. Day working again. Gets into the spin move. Carter Dole, another 3. That one's off the mark. But a nice job getting his own miss there. Shea Klein now on the wing. Out top, McCoy Hovey. Thought about a 3. Oilers doing a nice job moving the ball here on offense. Hovey looking for someone to get into the interior to Shea Klein. Nothing there. Day working his way in. And it's going to be a charge against Easton Day. Nice job there. That was Owen Boyle, guys, feet set in the paint. That's first foul. Excuse me, that's the second foul of the evening on Easton Day. So 2 of the sophomores on this varsity squad with 2 fouls here in the first half.
And it looks like the Oilers are doing what I talked about earlier, subbing in 5 guys all at once. So now we have the original starting 5 back in.
Fisher trying to work against Amani Green. Fisher driving, nice layup. He gets it to go. Not much help side defense there from the Oilers. And a nice finish there from Will Fisher. Klein gets it down low to Broychuk, trying to finish through contact. Gets his own miss, and then his pass to Scooter Polk was just missed, the senior. And it's going to be Lapeer ball.
I know that drive didn't end the way the Oilers wanted to, but looking last couple of drives, they got a lot of offensive rebounds. They've been crashing glasses good and getting second chance points.
Fisher trapped in the corner. Now he'll get it back out top to Boyle. Boyle looking for a screen from Mashney. Wells trying to work on Scooter Polk. Now it's Mashney out top trying to work on Barbie. Oilers playing some solid lockdown defense here. Now Wells. Guarded by Barbie. Gets it to Fisher. Fisher pull up 3 in the face of the big man. That one's no good, and Green has the board. Green up ahead to Borodachuk. Borodachuk had it slide away, and a nice job there from Lapeer. It goes off the back of Borodachuk's leg. Oilers students want a foul call. They're not going to get it. That was a nice play in transition from the Lightning.
Borochuk was sure he got a foul there. He's not too happy with that call, but it is what it is. He's got to move on to the next one.
Another thing I'd like to touch on about Scooter Polk, not really the offensive weapon, sitting only 3 points a game, but this kid can definitely play defense very, very well. Even just watching him, he gets close, gets his hands up, and doesn't let him go anywhere.
Boyle trying to work against Barbie. Now they'll get it to Matthew Smith. Smith guarded closely. Now give it away to Boyle. Boyle guarded out top by Borochuk, trying to work against him. Nothing there. Mashny driving. Now dishing. Wells driving. And we have a foul call against the Oilers. I believe that's going to go on Scooter Polk. And that's going to be the seventh foul of the half on the Oilers. That is going to be 6 against the Oilers. So one more will put Lapeer in the bonus. Trying to get it in. Nowhere to go with it, and Polk tapped it away. Nice job there on the out-of-bounds play from Scooter Polk. Tell you what, that was really close to a 5-second call and solid defense from the Oilers.
Like I was talking about, Scooter Polk, one of the best defenders on this team. Definitely don't want to mess with him.
Boyle working against Klein. High arcing shot, high off the glass, and that one drops through.
I didn't know banks were open this late at night.
I gotta give him credit. That was a good shot.
So here's Green, now dishing to Barbie, trying to get it down low to Borochuk. We got a foul down low against the Lightning.
I'd like to give a quick shout out to our guys doing our cinematic highlights with Eli Schlick and Marcus Castellan. Thanks, guys, for all that you do.
So it's going to be Scooter Polk to trigger the inbounds here for the Oilers. Borochuk trying to work his way in, got up to the rim, and he was fouled there, and he'll head to the line for 2 more free throws.
Talk about that mismatch. He's been a little frustrated himself. He can't get the ball in the basket with that mismatch going on, but he's getting to the free throw line here.
He hasn't done too bad, though, sitting at 5 points on the night, leading this Oilers team.
And that first one hit basically every single part of the rim and didn't drop. He's got one more. Borochuk's second one rattles its way in. 6 points on the night for the junior so far. Oilers setting up in that press once again. Wells. Now dish it back to Smith, who finally gets it across. Smith now trying to work against Barbie. They get it to Boyle. That went through Wells' hands. Solid defense there from Scooter Polk, like we like to talk about. And that one's going to be a travel against Alexander Wells. It's going to be Mount Pleasant basketball once again.
Lapeer just looked a little stressed out. That pressure coming from Mount Pleasant there and throwing the ball away.
Green calling for the screen from Borochuk. Green driving. Green laying it in. Nice move there from Amani Green to split some defenders. And now a steal. Green was fouled on the way up, but a nice heads-up play there. He wasn't quite down the court yet. Stole that inbounds pass, and now head to the free throw line for 2 more. But a nice job there splitting defenders on that layup.
Yes, that was 4 points now for Monty Green. He's got a chance to add a few more here. One thing I want to touch on, he's sitting at about 12 points per game, shooting 46% from the field. Very talented guy out of the roster, being a transfer from Northern Detroit.
So here's the first free throw for Amani Green. And that one drops through. Oilers lead back up to 10 with 4:10 to go here in the second quarter.
I was talking to Monty Green a little bit. I was like, what do you eat before games? How do you get yourself going? And I would be honest, I wasn't expecting this answer. He said a nice chicken sandwich and then listening to Young Boy.
So here's the second free throw from Amani Green. And that one rims out. So here's Smith for the Lightning, working against Amani Green. Now it's Wells, working against Klein, driving his way in. Scooter Polk got his hands in there to rip the ball out. And now Borochuk will tap it away from Joseph. Fisher thought about the 3 in the corner. Now Wells dishing. They continue to try and get it inside. Now they do to Joseph. Fisher thought about the 3, but then he was double teamed. swarming defense here from the Oilers, and it results in a steal for Green. Amani Green up ahead, laying it up, and it's no good. Broychuk the board, though. Barbie for three. That one's off the mark, and Broychuk will tap the rebound now. What a save there from Barbie. Oilers students thought he got that cleanly, but nevertheless, the officials will side with Lapeer on this play. But what a nice play there, even though he was out of bounds for Barbie. Nice job flipping it from behind his back into Broychuk. And now it'll be a foul against the Oilers, and it'll send Fisher to the free throw line.
That's going to be Scooter's second foul of the night. We love being aggressive and everything, but you can't be too aggressive there. Set him up badly for the second half.
Another thing, though, that out-of-bounds call, that was kind of questionable, but, I'm biased, so.
First free throw of the night from Fisher, and that one rims out. So here comes Aiden Klein in transition for the Oilers. Barbie dishing to Easton Day, who's back in the game after picking up those two fouls. Barbie thought about the three, now driving, kicking, corner. Klein skip pass to Green. Green, step back, now kicks it to Day. Into the lane, nice hop step. Broychuk up against the trees, finishes the second after the miss. Nice job there from the Oilers moving it around on offense, and an offensive rebound results in some second chance points.
It's a good move by Brochuk there, using his size. He stands at 6'5". He's really good in the post. Definitely a guy you don't want to mess with down there.
Passing into the corner to Beerbussy, who drives, dissing to Joseph. Can't get that one to go once again, and his third attempt finally drops. Nice hustle there from Hayden Joseph to finish after two misses. Green to Broychuk. Nice feed to the big man for two more. He's got 10 now. That pass was behind Will Fisher, but Lapeer will retain possession. Now Fisher will get it back. Hits a curling Matthew Smith, but there's nothing there. Beerbussy in the corner, looking to penetrate, and he had it slide away from behind. Aiden Klein says return to sender on that shot, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it'll stay on this end of the floor. They get it in the corner. Quick trigger from three. That one's no good. Now here comes Easton Day. Day up ahead into the lane for Barbie. Barbie backing his way in. Can't finish. The second goes. It's 31-17. Nice work from the Oilers on just their normal half-court set of offense as well as transition. Joseph took too many steps before he tried to put a shot up. That's a travel.
I think the two key reasons why the Oilers are up right now is they're playing great defense, but then they're getting almost every offensive board they can. They're just getting a bunch of second chance points right now. They're just outplaying Lapeer.
Another thing is, too, the versatility you get with Barbie and Brochuk. They both can sit outside and shoot from three. They also can get down in the paint and post up. That's one of the great things about these two guys.
Brochuk driving, now dishing to Barbie, just as you talked about. Driving his way in, now kicks it to Day. Green. Now it's Aiden Klein. Gives it back to Green for three. Kaboom! Amani Green up to 8 points on the night now. And now it's 34-17. The Oilers have the Lightning doubled up.
They bring that pressure again. The Oilers are full court press.
And that shot is no good. That was Owen Boyle. And now here come the Oilers in transition. Day fighting. And he gets it to go. Will Fisher is called for the foul. Nice finish there from Easton Day. He's having himself a solid night. And so now Easton Day will head to the free throw line for one more.
Day is shooting 67% from the line. Definitely a solid free throw shooter.
And that one's up and good. Oilers lead is up to 20.
And that'll put Day at 7 on the night.
Nice pressure here from the Oilers. And now that one's tapped away. And now a timeout taken for Lapeer before Matthew Smith could step out of bounds. You know, we're going to take this quick break with them. We'll be back right after this.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. Oilers currently with a 20-point advantage over the visiting Lapeer Lightning. Lapeer getting ready to inbound it here in the backcourt. Looking to put some more points on the board before the half. This is going to be Boyle, who's going to be double teamed now. Nowhere to go with it. Now he'll get it into the front court. Nice job. Boyle, pull up three. That one's short, and Easton Day has the board. 2 seconds. One. Easton Day, the half-court heave. That one goes over the backboard, and that's how the first half will end. Solid first half from the Oilers, and we're going to head to break. We'll see you after halftime.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
I am confident.
I am passionate.
I am strong.
I
am an athlete.
Girls play today because of those who came first. The leaders, coaches, officials, trailblazers, made possible by the passing of Title IX more than 50 years ago.
No person shall be excluded
from participating
on the basis of sex.
And girls have done so much more than participate. From the first MHSAA champions to the latest and newest. Title IX confirmed what we already knew. Girls can play, and they benefit greatly from being involved in high school sports.
I am competitive.
I am determined.
I am fearless.
Continue to play, to coach, to officiate. Continue giving back, because 50 years is just the beginning. You were once inspired by those who came first. Now, be the inspiration for those who come next.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Well, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate! On the carry, number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
I am confident.
I am passionate.
I am strong.
I
am an athlete.
Girls play today because of those who came first. The leaders, coaches, officials, trailblazers, made possible by the passing of Title IX more than 50 years ago.
No person shall be excluded
from participating
on the basis of sex.
And girls have done so much more than participate. From the first MHSAA champions to the latest and newest. Title IX confirmed what we already knew. Girls can play, and they benefit greatly from being involved in high school sports.
I am competitive.
I am determined.
I am fearless. Continue to play, to coach, to officiate. Continue giving back, because 50 years is just the beginning. You were once inspired by those who came first. Now, be the inspiration for those who come next.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. The Oilers with a 20-point lead over the Lapeer Lightning at halftime. Tell you what, we've had a solid night of noise coming from those Oilers students, and with the band, there's been a ton of energy over in that corner.
I said this was energy they've given all year, and they've given a lot of energy, so this has got to be helping the Oilers out, and that's probably the key to. That's probably one of the keys that they're up by 20 at halftime.
Roy chucked the lob, and he missed the slam. They ran the same play against Traverse City West. It almost just worked again. If he would have made that, call Sports Center, but nice job there recognizing being wide open Matthew Smith for three, and Lapeer cuts the lead to 17. Tough luck there from Brodychuk. His defender fell down. That dunk barely rimmed out.
I was say the defender kind of fell asleep, and Brodychuk got wide open. He's been a little mad he missed that, but.
And Scooter Polk, I guess there's a reason why he was a wide receiver on the football team, threw that one well behind the bleachers.
I don't know if he had some anger he had to get rid of, or he was trying to hit someone in the stands, but that was very high. He missed Brodychuk, who's 6'5", we mentioned, so he threw that thing way up there.
So here comes Boyle for the Lightning. Wells driving. His path was blocked by Brodychuk. Nice job. And that one goes through the hands of Will Fisher. Back out top to Wells. Now the swing. Boyle driving, and he gets the floater to go. Quick 5 points for Lapeer here out of the break.
One of the keys we talked about is we got to keep the Oilers need to keep the intensity and the pressure. They're losing a little bit here. Let's see if they can get it back.
I had a chance to talk to Coach Taylor at the half. He said one of the things they want to do, they want to spread the ball around and make sure to wear out the Lapeer defense.
Brodychuk working tough layup there from Logan Brodychuk.
Got 12
and he's
now.
got 12.
Another thing Taylor talked about, he said they want to run a lot more through the post. Just absolutely body him down there in the paint.
Well, they have plenty of size down there and strength there from Brodychuk. Joseph looking to work against his fellow big man Brodychuk. Now get back out top to Smith. Smith trying to work against Polk. Smith, nice dish attempted there. And now here comes Barbie in transition for the Oilers. Barbie, flip it to Green, wide open three. Missed that one long and well off. And Aiden Klein tried to save it, but he stepped out of bounds. And it'll be Lapeer basketball.
So the energy from the Oilers has been good tonight. That's at least the third or fourth time we've seen guys dive in and jump in trying to throw the ball back into play.
Yeah, guys are definitely putting their body on the line, but you know what? If you love the game this much, I'd go all out too.
So Lapeer's going to take a timeout. Tyler, why don't you tell us about the school broadcasting program?
Yes, so more high school games than ever before can be seen live every week on the MHSAA TV website. The school broadcasting program continues to grow with more and more schools using the NFHS Network's automated production solution to show both regular season and the postseason games. Check it out at mhsaa.tv.
And tonight's game is being brought to you by the GI Tech School Broadcasting Program. Down here at the desk, you got Alex Whitman, our stat boy. You've heard me, Brock, and Tyler all night long. We got Ian Miller and Jaden Rule sharing switching duties. You got Nolan Asman over there running those terrific sideline shots you've been seeing. And then up top, it's Sean Anthony and Alex Nicholas. It's a nice job, everybody, tonight. And broadcast nights are always a bunch of fun. And we got another great game here tonight. So here come the teams out of the huddle. It doesn't look like any changes are being made in terms of substitutions. But it's going to be Lapeer basketball down on the baseline. So the Oilers are set up to press. Wells gets it into Boyle. Double team comes and Wells will get it over to Matthew Smith. Broachuk tapped it away from behind. Up ahead, the big man slams it home. Barodachuk, nice slam there in transition. Oilers back up to a 19-point lead. Fisher working against Broachuk. He's fouled from behind and finishes through contact. Nice job there from Fisher, and he'll go to the line.
We talked about Logan missing that dunk to start the half off. He was looking to get another one. Flushed that one down with ease.
Free throw from Fisher. And he cannot complete the three-point play. Nice board there from Scooter Polk. Now Green in transition. Cross court to Barbie driving. Barbie, tough layup. No good. And now the board to Matthew Smith up ahead. Smith driving to the rim. And that one goes down. Nice job there from Matthew Smith. And he cuts it to a 15-point game.
Lapeer's coming out a lot more energy. Almost like a lightning strike, if you would, in the second half.
As far as defensively for the Oilers, Coach Sater said they want to keep on their press and they want to start doing a few traps.
Broachuk's layup is no good, but he'll head to the line to shoot a couple more free throws. He's been pretty good there tonight. I believe he's 3 for 4 and looking to add to those 14 points he currently has.
And Brendan, one of the things me and Brock also talked about, they noticed that they're running man-to-man defense for Lapeer, and they want to spread them out. Is that a useful thing for Mount Pleasant to do?
I think it's been working so far, but so talking about defense, I've only seen it a couple times so far, but I think that the Oilers have had a couple of, I don't want to call it fails, but they've had a little bit of weak help side defense tonight, and it hasn't hurt them too much, but when you get deeper into the valley, that could come into play. So I think that's just one more thing the Oilers need to clean up.
Absolutely.
And Scooter Polk was fouled going up. He got a nice rebound there on the missed free throw, and he'll go to the line now.
Polk's a solid free throw shooter, shooting 50% from the line.
So the first one is off back iron and no good, but he's got one more. Mashny coming back in for the Lightning. He's going to place Alex Wells. So here's the second one from Scooter Polk. Tyler, you said he's a 50% free throw shooter. If he misses the first one, the second one's bound to go.
I'll give you that one, Brad.
So Boyle up ahead for the Lightning. Gets it to Matthew Smith. Now the double team comes in. Nice pressure there from the Oilers. Polk, and he rolled over there on the floor. Can't do that, and the turnover will give it back to Lapeer.
There's that trap I was just talking about. They're going to try to utilize that more here in the second half.
And so far, I think it's been working. Other than they rolled into that turnover, it's been highly effective. And now here comes another one of them. They hit the sideline to Fisher. Now Boyle driving in. Boyle, nice reverse layup, doesn't go. Barbie up ahead to Barodachuk. He was working there against Matthew Smith, and a nice dish there from the big man to Scooter Polk for 2 points.
Another rebound there for Barbie on the defensive side. He averages 9 a game, so he does a lot of work on the glass.
And nice steal there. And they're going to get Scooter Polk with a foul in transition, I believe. That's the third foul of the night there on Scooter Polk. Kind of pushed the defender to the ground there. and that's going to be Lapeer basketball. They had a nice transition opportunity and kind of fell apart due to a silly foul. So here comes Owen Boyle for the Lightning. They get to Smith, and that was tapped away and out of bounds by Scooter Polk. Nice hustle play. It actually knocked my laptop off of its perch on the desk. Nothing else was harmed, and so it'll be Lapeer basketball. Kind of a scary situation there, first of the season for us.
Scooter Polk is trying to get us involved in the game there.
Polk again, nice defensive play, and that pass is errant and out of bounds. It's going to be Mount Pleasant basketball.
Just letting you folks know home, we put our lives on the line for this job to bring you this amazing basketball games.
So it's going to be Monty Green to bring it up for the Oilers on offense. Barbie working against Joseph. Looking for someone to go with the ball. He lobs it to Brodychuk. Skip pass to the corner. Scooter Polk for three. No good. And Barbie's got the board. Nice job there from Drew Barbie. Green driving. Dishing out top. Klein for three. Wide open connection from downtown for Aiden Klein.
That's Klein's second of the night from deep. Again, Oilers are passing the ball really good.
Skip pass. Fisher. His three-pointer rattles out, and Mashnew gets the board for the Lightning. Nice block there from Brodychuk, and now here come the Oilers. Scooter Polk finishes with the right hand. Nice job. The Oilers are swarming on defense right now. Scooter Polk's now got 5 points.
Let's say starting off the half, the Oilers look to struggle a little bit with the pressure, and Lapeer got a couple points, but now they're putting the pressure on, and Lapeer cannot handle it.
And nice job there from Aiden Klein recognizing the situation, stuck his foot out to block that pass. But that's a kick ball. It'll still remain Lapeer basketball. This is going to be Owen Boyle to start things off for the Lightning. Tremendous pressure again. That one's tapped away. Brodychuk. Houston, we have liftoff, and he lays it in. Thought he might dunk it there. Nice job there from Brodychuk, though. Back up to a 25-point lead. Tell you what, Brodychuk had an opportunity there for a second dunk of the night, but took the opportunity just to lay it in instead. We're going to, hey, you know what, Tyler, why don't you tell us more about the health and safety page at the MHSAA website?
Yeah, Brendan, where you can find good information for all kinds of topics related to well-being of our student athletes. Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com.
Tell you what, we just saw a shot of the pipeline. I know I've already mentioned it, but they've brought a ton of energy to this building, and Oiler fans have been to this game all night long, and I think it's also brought a ton of energy to the players. I mean, they're carrying a 25-point lead right now. They have been swarming on defense.
They have been. Defense has probably been one of the keys on why they're winning the game right now. They're getting a lot of transition points, and good defense leads to good offense. Defense wins championships.
And the Oilers will sub in their second wave of guys, those guys being Carter Dole, Nick Dice, Shea Klein, McCoy Hovey, and Easton Day. So Hovey in defense of Boyle. So Matthew Smith trying to get it across. Heavily guarded by Easton Day, trying to work his way into the paint. Fisher driving, trying to go up, and it was swatted by Shea Klein. Oiler defense still swarming with the second wave of guys on the court. And now McCoy Hovey was fouled there along the baseline. It's going to be Oiler ball.
Like you mentioned, the band's here and the fans are more excited. I feel like this put a lot of energy in the players. Like even the second line, they're just jumping up, blocking shots, doing everything great tonight.
And it's all the same guys, but I think this is a different Oiler team we've seen tonight than any of the other games this season. Even though Oilers had a 66-42 win here against Midland, I think we've kind of learned, though, that Midland wasn't quite as good as we thought they were, off to kind of a rocky start. But this Oilers team has come to play tonight. Shea Klein, the big man for three, doesn't get it to go. McCoy Hovey can't get the rebound. It's going to go back with Lapeer.
I will say Shea Klein is a very good shooter, shooting at 46.5% from the field. And also, I got a chance to talk to him. He said his pregame meal is a 2-cheeseburger meal from McDonald's, and his pregame music is anything NBA Youngboy and Yeet.
Boyle now working against McCoy-Hovey. Now it's going to be Smith out top against Day. Pretty good ball movement here from Lapeer, who trails by 25. Smith dishing, Mashini trying to go up, had tapped away by Hovey. Now a 3 out top from Boyle, and that one's no good, and Nick Dice will come away with the rebound. Dice working on Fisher. Down the lane, that pass was tipped, and now Day working on Boyle. Kick to Dole, now back out top to Nick Dice. Easton Day with a long 3 with a man in his face. He shot that from way downtown, and the Oilers continue to extend this lead.
Day was sitting there trying to get somebody to come in motion, but he said, you know what, I'll do this myself. Great shot from Easton Day.
He has definitely grown in confidence throughout the season, and I know you mentioned it earlier, Brock, he is going to be a scary player as a senior. And that shot falls. Nice shot going up and over top of some of the taller players from the Oilers for Owen Boyle. Hovey will get it back out top to Dice. Oilers working around. Now it's in the hands of Easton Day. Back out to Hovey. Kicking. Dice. Corner 3. That one was partially blocked, but Cardole gets the board. He finds Dice again. His layup is short. Klein the board. Still no good. Dice fighting. And he finally gets it to go. Ton of second chance points tonight for the Oilers, and a great example there, getting a ton of offensive rebounds. Nice hustle there from the Oilers.
The perseverance from this Mount Pleasant Oilers team is just absolutely amazing. Something you always like to see with a team like this.
Fisher driving with the clock winding down at the horn, and that one falls just short, and at the end of 3, 56-28 Mount Pleasant. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. Oilers lead at 56-28 over the Lapeer Lightning, and a solid performance here tonight from the Oilers.
I'd just like to take a second to talk about the disclaimer and copyright usage. The broadcast of today's game is copyright presented by the School Broadcasting Program Network across Michigan High School Athletic Association. No reproduction or retransmission or any other distribution, other descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express or written consent of the School Broadcasting Program at GI Tech Center.
So here come the teams out of the huddles to start the fourth quarter. And the Oilers, I'll tell you what, if they play this way throughout all of conference play, they're going to be a scary team in the Valley.
I feel like they're turning it on just at the right moment. The Valley opponents are coming up, and this is where you really need to put your best effort out there.
Especially with the Oilers starting a 5-game road trip next week. Smith trying to drive against Day. Now it's going to be Wells. Long pass. It's going into the hands of McCoy-Hovey. Up ahead. Layup. No good. And the Oilers trying to track down the board. There's a scrum for it on the floor. Looks like we're going to have a jump ball, and that'll stay in the possession of the Oilers.
You know, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but, you know, you talk about how good these guys can be in conference play. But also, assuming they get there, think of how good they can be in the postseason. I definitely want to see them make a deep run. Obviously, they lost to Midland Districts last year, so you definitely want to see them make a good run this year.
Now it's Carter Dole with it out top. They swing it to Easton Day. We thought about the 3, decided better of it. Oilers, nice ball movement on this possession. Dice fighting, nice layup there. The sophomore Nick Dice lays it in. I believe that's 6 points on the night for the sophomore Nick Dice. And now you hear applause from the Oilers students. They had called for Jarrett Kremstrider to check into the game, and here he comes to the scores table. His first points of the season against Traverse City West, and now there's a fight for the ball on the floor, and that ball goes into the front court for the Oilers. Day up ahead, and he had it blocked. And we learned at halftime it's not Trenton Beerbussy, it's actually Jackson Blaine is number 24, and he commits the foul.
Go back to what you said about Jarrett Kremstrider. Definitely, like you just saw there, a big favorite for the student section. Also checking in is number 54, Carson Sander, another sophomore of this group.
And that free throw is up and good for Easton Day. Oilers students delighted to see Kremstrider on the court. He hit a 3 against Traverse City West. We'll see what he can do here in the closing minutes of this one. And the second one from Easton Day is up and good. 60-28 the score. And with 6:45 to go, Oilers feeling pretty good.
I'm assuming after that great performance from Easton Day, I think that will be the last we see of him tonight.
Yeah, definitely a solid night for Easton Day. 10 points on the night. And nice board there from Nick Dice. Dice driving and into the lane, and he's fouled. Matthew Smith going to get called for the foul there.
Yeah, we talked to the night about Easton Day's head. He averages 3.7, scoring 10 tonight, way over that. That should help the average right there.
Dice gets into Kremstrider, the jumper. That one's just off. And now a fight for the rebound amongst teammates. Lapeer goes wrong, and Nick Dice will lay it in. He's got 8 tonight.
I don't know about you guys, but I want to see them give it to Jarek out in the corner. Let him shoot it.
I mean, at this point, with a 34-point lead, I mean, you really don't have much to lose. Might as well try and get some points for some guys who don't score quite as often. So Sander gets it to Dice, trying to work his way in. Nowhere to go. He'll find Carlo Rossetti on the wing. Rossetti driving. Rossetti into the lane. Kick out. Kremstrider for 3. You called for it, and he missed that one short. And the board will go to Will Fisher and the Lightning.
You see his teammates lighting too. Everybody on the bench was standing up when he took that shot.
Tell you what, there's a lot more students here tonight than there were on Wednesday when the Oilers took on Traverse City West, and he made that 3. I have to imagine that the eruption from those Oilers students will be even louder than it was Wednesday. And now you see Nick Dice and McCoy Hovey checking out. You'd have to imagine that that would probably be the end of their nights as well.
You're wrong about Easton Day, though. He's checking back in here.
Boyle looking for somewhere to go with it, and it hits off the backboard. And a nice play there from Carson Sander to keep it in. Day running the break. Day kicking it out. Carlo Rossetti for 3. The Italian's three-pointer is just off, and Carter Dole tracks down the rebound. Sander gets it to Carter Dole. Now it's Day. Thought about the 3, and he put it back down after he picked it up. He knew his mistake immediately, and that's going to be a double dribble. Pretty balanced scoring tonight for the Oilers. You got Scooter Polk, who ended his night with 5. Amani Green with 8. Aiden Klein and Drew Barbie with 6 apiece. Barodachuk, solid night with 16, and one of those being a dunk. 3 points for Carter Dole. 10 for Easton Day. And now we got a foul called, I believe, against Carlo Rossetti. And to end out the scoring so far tonight for the Oilers, you got 8 points for Nick Dice.
And that's one of the keys they got to look at. You can't just count on 3 guys to score all your points, especially in a league like the Saginaw Valley. So they're going to want to keep on this, passing the ball, having other guys score as they go longer and farther in their season.
So the first free throw up and no good from Fisher. So Fisher's got one more. His team trails by 32. And that one's no good as well, and Shea Klein has the rebound. Day in transition to Rossetti. Now to Kremstrider. Pump fake. Jumper. Oh, that one rattled out. The roof might have gotten blown off this place if that one had gone in. But instead, now here come the Lightning. Boyle. Manchi gives it back to him. Fisher driving. Kicks to Manchi. Manchi looking for someone to go with it. And that pass is behind Boyle.
You know, even with some guys here that are lower on the depth chart, they're still playing really solid defense against this Lapeer offense.
4 minutes left in this one, and that one's going to be a foul on Shea Klein. Got a little bit too aggressive going for the ball. It's going to be the fourth foul of the half against the Oilers. And that's a solid thing to point out. They had 7 fouls in the first half, only 4 so far in the second, so nice job there from them. And that pass down low to Manchi. Now it's going to be a kick out to Boyle. Fisher thought about the 3, now driving in, and he was tripped by Shea Klein. That's going to be the second foul of the night on number 42, Shea Klein. Actually, excuse me, they're going to get that on Carter Dole.
All right, Brent, I want to take a chance to talk about this week in high school sports. To stay tuned with prep sports scenes by listening to this week's high school sports on the MHSAA network, carried by nearly 100 radio stations and web audio outlets around the state. This week features various stories plus a weekly Be a Referee segment. This week in high school sports can also be heard by visiting the homepage of the MHSAA website.
And Owen Boyle knocked down the 3, cuts it to a 29-point game, and now here comes Easton Day. Rossetti down low to Shea Klein, and he had that shot blocked by Joseph. Nice play down low for Hayden Joseph, and Shea Klein stepped out of bounds with the ball. It's going to be going back with the Lightning as Shea Klein will check out. Solid night for Shea Klein. No points, but definitely a ton of hustle on number 42. And that pass was tapped, the ball was tapped away by Boyle, and that ball will go with the Oilers as a foul will be called against Owen Boyle, who kind of stiff-armed Carson Sander to the ground there.
To keep up with everything Mount Pleasant basketball on social media, look up the Oilers Sports Network on Instagram for scores and roster updates.
So Dole getting into Easton Day here on offense for the Oilers. Dole working against Manchi. Now it's Easton Day. Day driving. Day kicking. Rossetti out top. Dole wide open 3. And that one just rimmed out. And now here comes Owen Boyle for the Lightning. Boyle trying to work his way out of a double team, and he gets it to Manchi. Nice job there. And that was taken away by Carlo Rossetti. Up ahead in transition. The Italian exchange student gets into the scorebook. Nice job there from Carlo. Fisher. Now kick it out to Hayden Joseph. Now it's a swing to Jackson Blaine. Blaine working in the lane. And it looks like it'll be Carson Sander who gets called the foul. Kind of couldn't quite tell who they were calling it on, but it's going to be Sander who will get called with the block trying to take a charge.
We're just closing in with under 2 minutes to go here. Big lead here for the Oilers. I'm very impressed with what I've seen from all these guys tonight.
Blaine's free throw. Up and no good. That one rattles out. And now back into the game for the Oilers come McCoy Hovey and Nick Dice. And I believe the only Oilers who haven't scored tonight are Carson Sander, Jarrett Kremstrider, and McCoy Hovey. So maybe those guys will get into the score. And actually looks like Shea Klein didn't score either. So maybe some more of those guys can get into the scorebook before the night's over.
I say just feed him the ball. Who cares?
Blaine's free throw up and good. And the sophomore, Jackson Blaine, gets his first points of the night. Excuse me. It's not his first points tonight. Kremstrider for 3. No good. Another shot, no good from Kremstrider. And A little bit. I don't think there's such a thing as it, but maybe a little bit too much hustle there from Kremstrider to try and get that rebound.
I don't think there's such thing as too much hustle when it comes to him. Gotta love the enthusiasm.
7th foul of the half on the Oilers, which means Blaine will go to the free throw line. He only has 1 point on the night. He also played in the JV game as a sophomore playing up on varsity. First free throw, up and good. 64-35, 2:03 to go. Oilers looking to close out their 5th win of the year. Looking to close out their 6th win of the year, and that one's out of bounds, and it'll go back with the Oilers. So now here come the Oilers on offense. Dice gives it to Sander. To Hovey in the corner. Kremstrider wide open. As the Oilers swing it around. Rossetti, step back 3. No, that one's just off. And now Dice has it back out top for the Oilers. Hovey. Pump fake, pull up jumper, no good. And the rebound will come down to Jackson Blaine for the Lightning. Minute and a half to go. Oilers lead by 29. Boyle, the floater. Nice touch there from Owen Boyle. And now 2 more points for him. So Kremstrider gets out top to Dice, who thought about the 3. Dice driving. Dice, nice step through. That one's no good. And the rebound will come down to Manchi. Want to say a quick thank you once again to our entire school broadcasting program crew for letting us put this show on tonight for all of you to watch at home. Once again, you've been hearing me, Brock, and Tyler on the air all night. Dice, wide open 3. No, too strong. And the rebound was tapped, and it'll come back out to him. Kremstrider thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Good decision. Rossetti driving. That's 4 points on the night for him. So to finish talking about our crew, again, actually we have Alex Nicholas training on the switcher right now, but Ian Miller and Jaden Rule did that for most of the night, so you saw their work. So nice job all around tonight, crew. Broadcast nights are always so much fun. Oilers students letting them know that they believe that they will win, and with 18 seconds left and a 29-point lead, that looks to be the case. Blaine gets it to Fisher, 10 seconds left. Does Lapeer have anything left? Boyle working around, 2 seconds left. Smith doesn't get the shot off. That's the ball game. Strike up the band. The Oilers win it 66-37 tonight over top of the Lapeer Lightning. Solid performance, wire to wire for the Oilers. Any final thoughts, guys?
Oilers pretty great on defense and offense. They're going to have to keep this rolling, though, as they go in this long 5-game road stretch and going into Saginaw Valley and then eventually the playoffs.
No, I'm very impressed with how both sides of the ball played really well tonight. Hopefully they can carry this on in the games here in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into tonight's game. Oilers come away with a 66-37 win over the Lapeer Lightning. On behalf of our entire school broadcasting program crew, I'm Brenton Scobie saying so long and have a good night.